Hello friends, in this video tutorial we will see the concepts of import column transformation and export column transformation. Now for the purpose of this video tutorial we have created a table in our database called load BLOB, that is load binary large objects. In this table there are three columns. So first is the field, which is integer and it is a ID column, identity column. Okay, so it's an identity column. Now second column is file path. Now file path as varchar 200, it will store the whole path of a file, of a image file. And the third is the document column. Now document column is var binary max because it will store the actual image file in the binary format. Now for the purpose of this tutorial we will store our pictures which are present as sample pictures in our Windows OS, right? So these are the 8 sample pictures that comes with Windows 7. So we'll store these 8 pictures inside our this table, right? So now let us go to Visual Studio and let us add a data flow task. Now for the purpose of this video tutorial we have a text file generated with us. And this text file contains the names of those image files along with their whole path. That is names of this particular image files along with their whole path. Now let us add a flat file source. Let us configure this flat file source to point to our file, text file containing the whole image paths. Now the first column does not contain header row over here, right? There is no header. There are no column names, right? It only has the data. So we'll remove this checkbox. So it is able to read the data, right? In the preview also we can see that it is able to read all the 8 records, right? Now, so the flat file source is configured. Now let us add import column transformation. In import column transformation, let us get this column, right, which contains the file paths. Now it will appear as a input column, right? Also we require output column. So let us add the output column and let us name it as document. Now the lineage ID of this output column will supply it to the input column, specifying that the data of this input column is to be passed on to this output column. So everything is configured over here for the import column transformation. Now let us go to OLEDB destination and let us save this in our table. So our table is blob, load blob, right? Now we want column 0 which contains the file paths to be saved in the file path column, right? Everything is now, the columns are mapping. So click OK, click save. Now let us go to database. So currently this table doesn't have any records. Let us execute our package. Let us see the error. Okay, the text was truncated. Okay, let us stop it. Let us go to our data flow. Now in the connection manager, let's go to the columns, right? Its width is 50 only, so let us make it 200. Let us save. Let us go to a flat file source. Let us refresh it. Right now let us execute our package again. So it has worked. Let us go to database table. So now there are 8 rows present, right? So all this data has been saved, and this is the binary format for all the image files. Okay, so now this means that import column transformation has worked successfully, and it has stored all these images inside our database column, right? So we can now safely select all the image and delete them because they are present with us in the database table. So now with the help of export column transformation, let us get those images back into our folder. So let us add a package. Let us call it as export column. So let us add data flow task. Let us add a OLEDB source. Let us configure this OLEDB source to point to our table, that is load below table. We require all the 3 columns. Save, and let us add a export column transformation. Now in the export column transformation, we need to specify from which column we want to extract our data, that is which column contains this data of this data types, right? So we have DT image data type in the document column. So let us specify that. Now where do we want to output this data? So now everything is specified. Let's save. Let's execute this package. So 8 rows have been output. So let us go to a sample pictures, and as we can see, all the 8 images which were previously present in this particular folder which we had deleted now are again present in this same folder, and they have been exported from the database table into this particular folder. So friends, I hope this video tutorial on import column and export column transformations is helpful to you. Thank you.